name is Elder, and today I'm going to take an interview from Miss Tanya. She works in counseling service. According to my research, many college students suffer from insomnia and visible fluctuation in weight. So, Woodbury students suffer from these conditions.
So insomnia, and then you said changes in weight?
Yeah, changes in weight.
Some students do. I have worked a lot with students who are under a lot of stress. And so sometimes when students are overwhelmed and under a lot of stress, it impacts their sleep. So they either can't sleep because of their stress and they're thinking about things a lot, or they sleep a lot because they're overwhelmed and stressed. And then also the changes, the fluctuations in weight, sometimes in response to stress, students don't make time to eat because they're feeling overwhelmed, or they're feeling sick to their stomach, or sometimes they eat a lot as a way to manage stress. It's kind of like a comfort for them to eat a lot of, especially foods that are heavy, because sometimes when we're feeling stressed we want more
like
carbohydrates or fast food, right? Right, so that could be part of what creates the increase or the decrease in weight rapidly, or the insomnia.
Okay, and what are some ways to relieve stress?
Well, a lot of different things. Usually what I talk with students about is the importance of talking about what they're feeling overwhelmed about, or what's bothering them, with friends or with teachers, or coming in to the counseling center to talk about what's going on. So that's one way that really helps, is just talking about it. Also, exercise is really helpful in reducing stress levels, and with depression and anxiety as well. Exercise just across the board is really, really good for students, because it's a way to release some of that tension and stress. Also, one thing I teach students a lot is breathing or meditation exercises, because when they're feeling stressed, their anxiety levels are higher, they're not breathing deeply, their body's tense, and so the breathing exercises just help relax the body and the mind so that they can be more focused and feel better. And just, there's a bunch of other different ways. A lot of times people like to have a journal so that they can write how they're feeling, just to get it out on paper. Or just spending time doing things that they love, different hobbies or activities that they love, spending, even if it's just an hour a week, being able to do something that's enjoyable to get their mind off of the stress, that helps too.
Alright, what are the most common physical symptoms of stress in college students?
The physical symptoms? Students a lot of times will get headaches or migraines, stomach aches, back aches, and a lot of times, because what happens with stress is that if it extends over a period of time, it weakens the immune system, and so then students are more susceptible to catching colds or getting the flu, because their bodies are just not as strong. So that happens as well.
So, what kind of stress treatment you find most effective to relieve stress?
So basically, maybe I answered wrong your previous question, but what I had talked about earlier about talking, exercise, the journaling, the breathing exercises, those are all really good techniques to manage stress. I think just also generally making sure that the students are taking care of their health, so that they're eating 3 times a day and eating healthy foods, getting 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, trying to as much as possible. I know sometimes it's hard because of all the pressures of school and all of that, but just trying to make sure that health is a priority. The eating, exercising, sleeping.
So back to insomnia. How to treat insomnia?
How to treat it?
Yeah.
Well, I think that, one of the, basically all the strategies that we talked about earlier, that's very helpful with it. Sometimes, people can't sleep because they're thinking a lot about things, so if they have a place to talk about it so they can get it out of their mind, or writing it out before they go to bed, so it's a way to get it out of their mind, and put it on the paper. Sometimes if it becomes more severe, then what I usually do is recommend that they go to the doctor and have an evaluation, just to see if there's anything physically going on that could be causing the insomnia. And sometimes doctors do prescribe sleeping medications too, if it's something that's severe and has been going on for a long period of time. But generally, if someone is trying to eat healthy, exercise, have a place to talk about it, doing hobbies and activities, and working through whatever's going on in their life, then that a lot of times can just take care of it.
All right. So thank you very much for your interview.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a pleasure.